Welcome to the Beyond Cinema magazine experience at the AFCI Lounge in Cannes. Jimmy Yan, David Chang. Firstly, just you guys have worked together.
Yeah.
Like, what did you see in each other that you thought you needed to complete the package?
Well, this is my first time directing, and it's just a great experience doing co-production. And Jimmy, we've actually worked together for a long time, but I was working mostly as a first assistant director for a lot of Jimmy's projects.
Right, for Wong Kar-wai and
well, no, not those, but those were other
productions
productions that I went on to work on by myself.
Right.
But it was great though working with these directors. I was able to learn a lot from them, and then I guess I reached a certain point, and then Jimmy had this project that he's trying to set up, and and having all these experience working with a lot of directors who shot action films, and Jimmy thought I was the okay, I'm the candidate to shoot this film, and it was great, after so many years to be able to work together again.
Jimmy, is that part of the exciting thing about the Chinese market right now? Is that there are all these young directors that are inspired?
I would say China is such an exciting market now. Whatever we can see, how many the film there's so many ambitious projects, and then it's such a big market that's not only for Hollywood movie but also for a lot of Chinese speaking projects. And we've been there working for those years. That's of course we always want to make a genre film and then find a good angle and then combine with all the talents that's young coming talents can make a project together. This year we are very happy that we got David, and then David been working with us for many projects already. This is time we try this action comedy called Double Trouble, and then we find that okay, there's whatever from the sales perspective, or I think in the marketing, or even just for summer, this we try to do this summer vacation release. So I think that would be very good to attract those young crowd, and then it's also new for us to do this action comedy. And David just a perfect candidate for us. So we are very excited to have this project.
Is it hard to get young people out into the theaters, or because like so many people are used to just seeing things online or watching DVDs and things like that?
I think in the end of the day, from we produce and then marketing those years, I think there's a good story, and then we need to give our audiences ideas and then as motivation why they want to see the film. And I think David just good to bring this totally new view about. Because we know in 70s, 80s, those action comedy were so exciting. Jackie Chan and all those Hong Kong action comedy, they travel everywhere. I think it's a very universal idea. So we would like to say, okay, let's give a try with a new talent and then bring back. Yeah. How's David think?
Well, I guess for most Asians who grew up during the 70s and 80s, Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, Sammo Hung, they were able to make such innovative movies with modern action comedy. And they've also created a lot of new film language to how to shoot action. And this time, shooting Double Trouble, what we're trying to do is just to relive that period, relive that era, and because it's gone for so long. Even buddy films, it's very rarely seen in Asian cinema now.
Yeah.
So we're thinking of bringing that kind of genre back. Buddy, action comedy, road trip. It's all in this film, all in this movie. Double Trouble.
You see it in US cinema as well, where they're taking films from 20 years ago in that same
Yes,
period,
exactly.
and trying to relive that same era.
That's right. That's right.
You can see recently just has a very successful project, something 21.
And even like 21 Jump
yeah,
Street.
exactly. 21 Jump Street.
That's
Yes,
right.
21 Jump Street. There's such a big hit there.
Yeah.
So we sense that probably the thing will come back, and then also in Asia, in China or Taiwan, people are so used to those concepts, and we are saying that okay, maybe it's a good idea to give a try if in the controllable budget.
And what's funny about this project is like we were saying just earlier about 70s, 80s, how Jackie Chan was such a dominant figure in those kind of genres. We were able to cast his son, J.C. Chan, as our main lead to really just prolong that legacy.
And it's almost like perfect timing too, because Jackie Chan was just saying that he's
it's
going
his
to
last,
retire.
Yeah, no, he's not retiring. He's just gonna go easy on the action films now.
That's right. He's going to go easy. So maybe it's like perfect timing for his son as well.
It is. So
you got it. We got this marketing point. Then you got it.
Yeah, Jackie was great too. He's been helping a bit with the promotion as well.
But you studied and were working in Canada too,
I studied films in Canada.
So what motivated you to go back, knowing that you seem to be already carving out a niche for yourself in Canada, and that's also a supportive community for filmmakers?
Well, the thing is, I was working mostly in post in Canada, and for most people who like to work outdoors, post is not really the perfect working environment for you. You know, you're always locked in the cage, no windows. So at the time it was funny too, because I haven't been back to Taiwan for 20 years, and I thought I'd go back and see my my hometown.
Yeah.
And then going back in Taiwan, I fell in love with it instantly and decided to stay there.
Is there any kind of stigma or anything about a Taiwanese person coming to mainland, with China and Hong Kong? I guess they still those distinctions, or do they seem to be dissolving?
Well, I think for movie, everybody, I would say the first thing people will talk about movie, I think audience, they need entertaining. And then I think we share, whatever is from Taiwan, Hong Kong, or China, we all share the same background from the culture. Maybe there's everybody grow up from a different environment, but I think most of the culture background is similar. And then those TV drama and the movies we're watching, everybody was so familiar, like share same kind of sense of humor and the culture background. So for us, I think it's much easier to start to planning something. We'll find a subject that it could be travel. It could travel, whatever genre film it is. And then also like when we do production, we know the location, and this we know the environment, we know the people, we're familiar with the area. So there's a big space, whatever is for the shooting or is for marketing, because when we create a subject and then we create a campaign, sometimes this campaign not only we just do once, but you can travel in China, they can work in Taiwan, also have some buzz in Hong Kong. So if for us, we got to totally benefit from that. But yet that for movie is also talk about the story. So since everybody, we share the same culture, but maybe background different, so we need to really tailor-made sometime for the project that is either focus on the China market, and then other Asia territory maybe just benefit, or is mainly focused for Taiwan, and then we can also introduce for some audience may interest in China. That's how depends. That's also from more how we produce a project, the design, the subject matters.
Right. Do you find that the subject matter of the films that you're making, or that the Chinese people are expecting, is changing now that they're seeing more American films than before?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. That's like I would say China audience, they are so well known, so all the Hollywood production, whatever where they see it, but they watch so many movies, whatever is released or not released in China. So, and then now it's with the internet, with those social network, I mean, almost everything you can find on the internet. So we got to be, and then we got to be really design something like they are aware, or they already saw so many films. So we got to create something they were interesting, but yet also they're familiar. That's why we try to mainly focus on the genre film, because for genre film, that's the audience will be much easier to say, oh, I'm interested in this comedy. Oh, I'm interested in this rom-com, and then who is the cast, and then that's something to get an interest first, and then they will want to know more. That's where we design the project is from the producer perspective.
And I guess also, from a story point of view, Double Trouble is we're playing with the comedy in the clash of culture.
Yeah.
That's why we have two main leads, one from China and one from Hong Kong, and well, he's half Hong Kong, half Taiwan. So this kind of cultural conflicts creates a lot of the comedic elements in the film. and that's what we mostly focused on for this movie.
And have you found that there's a lot of support in developing new talent in China now?
Oh yeah, I think so, because there's so much investment, so much funding in there. You know, upcoming talents are all over the streets now, and you know, it's I just feel lucky to be able to make a movie with these you know, with these investors, you know, Serenity and China Films. It's just you know, it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
And, you know, being able to come to cons for the first time.
Well, we are very exciting because I think now it's a timing. It's like we know the movie not only about investment, it's about how you recruit those investors' money that so can make the project can travel, can get released, and then get a chance to recoup. And then I think China just provide the best place that now is a box office, and then the people are really willing to go to theater. They are really booming, and then people are exciting as long as you find the right project for them. And Taiwan has been a while, like we had before, we had the great directors like Chang, Ho Xiaoxian, and then now there's a new young filmmakers. They are coming, and then they are nurtured by the old Hollywood movie, but yet at the same time we got those fundamental culture thing we learn from Taiwan, and we combine that's Hong Kong, the best we know, the old Asian film, Asian Hollywood. So I think it's great team up together. I mean, now, I mean, if there's a more possibility, like Hollywood has a great industrial, and then like France has a great cinema culture. So I think there's all the different elements. If we all combine together, I believe in China there's everything's possible. It's because there has a market to support.
Do you also think this morning there was the announcement that a Chinese group, Wanda, had bought AMC theaters in the US?
Oh yeah, the Wanda Group.
Wanda Group, right?
Yeah.
So is there a hope that they will also use that position to help introduce some Chinese films to the US market?
I think already, like a Double Trouble already has a China.
Double Trouble was able to get a North American release through China Lion Films.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think we're getting over 50 or 60 screens in North America with the release of our film.
Are you also looking forward to showing the film to the people you've worked with in the past? Will they have they been ongoing mentors, or just while you were working as AD?
I guess there are ongoing mentors. I mean, during the development stage of our scripts, some of the writers we worked with and some of the directors I've worked with, I was able to show them the script, and they were giving me pointers on how to make the script more interesting and how to structure the story better. So yes, they were ongoing mentors, and I'm glad to have them around.
Serious. Yeah. I said, like when we're doing this project, it's so we are so lucky that's because David worked with so many great director or filmmakers before. So we are very lucky. We find great DP for our project. We find we got a lot of advice when we're shooting this action comedy, which is we are not really familiar with. Before we did more like a rom-com or comedy. We are very lucky. We find great coordinated team. Yes. We find a DP, and then also got a lot of advice from the writing. So, and then it's also help us a lot when we do business. Like when the film we haven't finished, we already pre-sell the TV, and then many territory already pre-sell. They just follow from the few clips. David was still busy in the lab, crazy doing those post-production.
Back in the post-production lab, huh?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Back in the post.
I can't get away from it.
We are so exciting. We're just like, wow, it's really like, it's a teamwork. And then we are very lucky. And then we got great director. Has a first film debut, and then got such a great support from all the friends he made, or a friend we know
we've all
before.
made. Yeah, we've all made.
So, and then make this film, we know we team up with a lot of new young filmmakers. It's also a great team. We know a lot of people, and then say, oh wow, that's great. Try the next time if we find a right project to work together. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like there's a lot of good energy surrounding you guys, and congratulations on this film, and may there be many more.